So how's the saying go? Ask and you shall receive. Well, we have a 07 Chevy Trailblazer with the massive power steering fluid leak from a video from a couple days ago. And the parts are in, mostly, and the vehicle is back. So I'm gonna swing this thing into the shop next, and we're gonna pull those power steering lines out of it and get those leakers replaced with some new lines that are not rusted out to nothing. And we'll get this guy back on the road. I'm kind of in a crunch for time because it is supposed to be a 5-hour job. I've got 2 hours left in the day today, hour and a half actually, and he needs it back by 10:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna come in early tomorrow to finish up with it. The reason the guy needs it back is he has to get himself up to the airport in Tampa, and he does not have another car, so it looks like I'm a little pressed for time on this one. But that being said, I think I can do it even with a slightly injured wrist. So I'm working against the clock and I'm working against a little bit of pain, but let's see how this works. I bet I can do it. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in comment land. And because I'm kind of in a pinch for time, I'm gonna jump around a little bit, but I think I can keep things going smoothly enough where everyone can follow along. Okay, now just in case you missed the tow truck fail video, we determined that this vehicle had a very large power steering leak. Again, the reservoir is empty, and I found that two of the power steering cooler lines, this one and this one, have rusted through underneath this bracket right here. So this is those lines are what's going to come out. They run from the rack up and over this shock mount here, down. One goes to the cooler and one runs across over to the pump. And I think the majority of this is going to happen from the bottom side. So let's get this thing lifted up. Trailblazer up. Okay, last time around we never got a decent view from the underside to just show how large this fluid leak was, but it's coming everywhere from those lines. Right back in that hole right there, you can see where the lines bolt into the power steering rack. That's going to be fun to remove those guys, and then I guess they're going to have to come out through the top somehow. One of them stops right here, and like I said, the other one runs across here and then up to the pump there. So this should be interesting. I think the best place to start is going to be from the beginning, which is going to be where they bolt into the power steering rack. So I'm going to spray that down with some lube and then probably reach around from the other side with a 8mm on a ratchet and see if I can't get that bolt out. So I don't think I could have got you guys a better view if I paid someone for one, but I can't get a wrench on this. That's the tough part. Looks like I need an extension here, and I should be able to reach that fastener. All right, I think I've got enough extension set up on this ratchet where I can get a hold of that bolt right there. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting operation to say the least. Yeah. I can kind of see it. Of course, that bolt is rusted, so it's larger than it's supposed to be. This rust expands. All right, my first fear is alleviated. It's starting to turn. It's coming out. This is good. This is definitely an up north car. And it's a leaker. It's a rusted through leaker. Cool, it's coming out by hand. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Alright, come on out. Okay, first bolt is removed. Let's see if these lines are going to come out now. I need a pry device. Now, although the system is empty, it's still probably going to dump some oil out. So I rolled a drain pan underneath of where we're working here. Come on out. You can do it. Yep. Very good. Now these lines are supposed to separate from that little backing plate thing, but we'll see. Okay, I think that's sort of all I can do right now from down here. I guess we need to go back up top and take some more stuff away. Well, no, not exactly. I believe I can get these lines detached here. And maybe I could even get them removed from the pump from down here. Let's try. Let's get this little shield thing off. So according to the new part, at the end of this hose there is a fitting that goes to the power steering pump, and that it should be a 16 millimeter. But again, it's all rusted to who knows what. Can't even get a 16 on it. And I know I'm spoiled. You guys from up north are going, yeah, we deal with this every day. Okay, maybe if I wiggle it a lot, I can get it in. I'll just keep doing that. I'm gonna need a longer wrench. I thought maybe I would get that out with the stubby, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, the wrench is on. Now the next question is can I break it loose? Yeah, I can. Oh man, this might actually go okay. So since the 16 barely fits, I went ahead and grabbed a stubby 17 because that'll still fit, and it's large enough to not get stuck every time I try to remove it or reinstall it. Yeah, this is slow going, but it's going. Yep, half a turn at a time. But it's gonna come out. I'm gonna win. No, not enough to turn it by hand yet. For the record, this is kind of hurting. My wrist is still a little jacked up. Okay, so I got the fitting loose. Yeah, it's leaking everywhere. Come on. All right, I got the drain pan rolled down over here, and I'll just let this drain out the rest of the way. There we go. Okay, moving over to the next obstacle. I've got the bracket for the hose, or some kind of a mount for the hose right here, and I believe that's bolted to the frame from the top, and it feels like a 10 mil. So let's get that out next, and we're just gonna run right down the line, one piece at a time. It's a tight squeeze in there, so I've got my 3/8 drive super short sockets with a 1/4 inch sized ratchet that is chambered in 3/8 drive. I think that's going to be right to reach that bolt that's up there. It might not be, but oh, I think I got it. I got a bite on it. Yeah, I don't think power tools are going to help me on this one. And I got to go left-handed. I can't really work my right hand right now. almost got it out. There it goes. That's it. Oh, and these things are a real jewel. Watch how this thing has to come apart. Y'all are gonna love this. This thing wraps and then folds around everybody, and it's secured with these two little tabs. I've got to bend these tabs back out in order to open up the clamp to remove the line. Not fun. Come on, you. There we go. And I'll just hold that back so it doesn't get lost. And we'll move up to the next one. The next one appears to be unreachable from here and from the fender well side. Can't really feel a nut, so we're gonna have to let this down and see if I can get to it from the top side. Okay, so this is the next clamp that I've got to get out, and it looks like the bolt is right here somewhere. Again, very tough, tight spot, and I think I've got it with this little ratchet here. Sort of. You see how it's underneath of that fender piece. The more I unscrew this, the closer it's gonna come up to the fender. Oh, my light died. But that's okay. I have auxiliary lights. Backups for my backups. Okay, that's working. It's coming out. But I've got the same problem on this next bracket over here. I can't seem to find where it's bolting in. I'm looking, but I don't see it. Or, well, I'm feeling for it, rather. Almost. Again, this would be a great time to use my right hand, but I just don't have that kind of mobility. Please come out. There it is. And the next one, I think it's right here. Put the wrench on it, find out. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna try that one from the very, very top side. Maybe with an extension. Yep, there it is. Straight down from here, I can see it. All right, we're going down. Let's see if I can reach. Sure can. There it is. You know, after getting a view of the top side, I realized I'm ahead of myself because I need to get all of these wires and whatnot out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the battery connections and start disassembling these wiring harnesses to get these things out of here, because all this has to be removed to get these hoses and cables and stuff out. Yeah, I'm big time ahead of myself on this job. Oops. Oh well. Now I've got myself a tray to put fasteners in. And I might as well pull this battery out just to give myself more space. hold down. Ouch! The battery tray is coming out next. It's held in with 3 13 mils. Very rusted ones. And the third one is down over here. What? It's a very, very rusted one. Okay, let's try that. Fail. Let's try again with a different length extension.
I'm not gonna bring my car out.
Not gonna work. It's so close and yet so far away. And so tight. I wonder I couldn't get it loose. It's tight like a tiger. That hurts. This is gonna break off. I'm nervous. Yeah, that's gonna break off. It's not unthreading, it's just twisting. Okay. Looks like this battery box is gonna stay. So I'll move on to the fuse box. Come out, please. Disconnect. There we go. All right, let's get this bundle detached right here. Come out, please. And let's see. Here's another loom connector. I can get this one disconnected. Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That one's loose. This one's loose. Let's see. That doesn't go in there. Let's get this one loose now. Please. Please, my arm hurts. I don't want to protect you. Okay, now it looks like this fuse box is just held in with a series of 13mm bolts. I'm hoping those come out with relative ease because I need this unit to swing up and over. That way I can get those power steering lines out once I get all of those disconnected. Because it's rusty. The power. Okay, and I see 2 more 13s on this side of this fuse box, so let's get those guys next. And they are not rusted in. Okay, we're sort of getting somewhere. However, there's also wire looms on this side of this fuse box, so I think I'm ahead of myself again. I'm gonna go ahead and take this fuse box apart and disconnect the looms from it internally. can do it. This thing clips together. There's two halves, and I got to get all the clips off to separate those two halves. I think I got them all, with the exception of one. There it is. Get that one unclipped. Feel free to come apart. Don't make a liar out of me. That one re-clipped itself. Love it when that happens. There. Here it comes. Okay, it's starting to separate now. I've got just a couple more and we're free to split this in half. Okay. Ow, ow. I'm out. Out. Maybe I don't even need to take that green thing out. Could be wrong. Ah, I don't. Okay. I am reinstalling this green thing there. Okay, that's half of the fuse box out of the way. And the other half, again, is coming out of the way. No, stay. I don't want you here. I'm just tucking these wires and connectors out of the way so they stay over there. And where does this last one go? Into a loom. I'm not gonna get that one disconnected. I'll have to live with that one. Let's see, here's a wire that's in the way. This goes to the brake fluid sensor. Pull that out of there. Okay, I think I've now generated enough space here to consider pulling all these wires out, or hoses out. All right, now that I've got enough of that stuff out of the way, I can attempt to reach the bolt that is in fact the mount under this for this rubber pad that holds these lines to the shock tower. Okay, so I should mention right about now that I am not enjoying this job. It is quite annoying and difficult-ish, and I'm just really not having a good time. But complaining about it's not going to change anything, so I'm just trying to get through it as best I can. This is the kind of job that makes people throw a hissy fit and drag their feet and get lazy, thinking that if they just procrastinate long enough, the job will go away, when it'll still be sitting there waiting for you. And as much as I would love to reject this work right here, it is what it is, and it's I guess that's what we sign up for. Kind of just got to inch this out. I want to switch hands so bad, but I don't want to hurt my wrist anymore. I know I keep complaining about that, but everything I'm doing just feels more cumbersome than it should be because I have to do this with my less dominant hand. Okay, this is crap. There. That was gonna take all day with that little ratchet wrench. Screw that noise. What-oh? You broke it. Let's see if we can identify where the leak was. Yeah, not really. Must have been right here. I think we were poking at it in the last video. So anyway, I think I got these free-ish. I just need to yank them out. All right, I think we're in a position to try to start pulling these lines out. Maybe, possibly. Everybody's kind of loose, and I think they're gonna start to come free. It's a really tight squeeze, but they're coming out. A little bit of yanking, bending should do it. The problem's going to be getting the new ones back in. Those are always a little tougher because they don't manipulate very well. Okay, starting to come up. Sure wish this battery box was out of the way. There, now I think you can see what I'm doing. Okay, that's one. And the long ones, here she comes. There we go. Not long ago, that was attached to the power steering pump. Okay, so off camera, I took my two new components and assembled them as best I could. This side right here is where the power steering rack is. Up and over the shock tower, this is where the leak was. And this one goes down to the cooler. This one runs across the front cross members and up to the power steering pump. So I'm going to sneak this back into its position to the best of my ability, starting with its longer end first, and working my way back until they're all put back together. So let's see how this goes. It's either going to go okay or it's not. Okay, so I got you guys hooked up to an AC line, and you're kind of looking at everything at the same angle that I am. Camera's kind of in the way, so I might run into you guys a couple times with my arm or my head or this power steering line itself. But if I do, sorry about that, but I'm trying to get this thing in position, which it's kind of going to be a bit of a chore. I'm just going to move it a little bit at a time until I meet resistance, and then I'll see what's in the way. I'll go back and move whatever's in the way next until eventually it's all in position. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Okay. Oh no. Let's try again. So got the one hose in, now I gotta work on that second one. And this is where things are starting to already turn into a challenge. I think I need to turn these this way. I believe that's how they came out. Let's get this under the battery box. And I'll just keep feeding it down. There, lost your view, sorry. So far, so good. I'm not having a meltdown over how this is going yet. It's not going that great, I can tell you that. I'm already a little stuck. Ow. Push through. Literally push through. Okay, let's see what we're binding up on here. No one knows. I can't see. Binding up on an AC compressor, okay. It's almost in position here, guys. I might be doing better than I thought I was gonna do. And I also may have just spoken too soon. Let me pull this coolant hose up some. Okay, that second line is now caught up on a AC compressor. Let me shove that around and move it. Maybe I can generate another inch of space. Come on, get out of there. You're in the wrong spot. We're getting somewhere. The thing is mostly inish. Let's go around to this side. Maybe our angle of the dangle is wrong because this isn't down in its position yet. Let's see where this line goes next. But if I can line these up and push this side down, it'll all start to fall into place. And I think I'm betting right. Yeah, these run here. Oh man, it's going together. No way. I did not expect this level of good fortune here, but I'll take it. I will take it. Alrighty, so I think we got the hard part out of the way. Let's put this rubber mount thing back on and start bolting these lines down to where they all go. And then we'll get them connected, fill the system, and do a leak recheck. There's our mount. Oh, there's still wires in my way. Wow. It's like they spring back to go back into the way. Now we're getting somewhere. down yonder, there's another bracket. We can get that one bolted in next. That's one of the ones that goes onto the frame. If it'll thread, get in there. Kick. Okay, let's start throwing this fuse box back together and get all these harnesses back in their position. That should include the battery tray that I never got to remove. Mess. Wires everywhere. Okay, that's the chassis ground. I don't want to forget that one. Let's do that next. That's a coping mechanism. All right, wiring harnesses. Goes there. Let's see. That's my brake level sending switch. That one goes on the master. Sorry if my noggin gets in the way. I have to be able to see. It'd be nice to see. These studs are running through this fuse box and threading into those connectors, those very large connectors. Speaking of large connectors, can't forget that one. That goes like so. Phone doesn't stop ringing. Good. Got the battery hold down and its nut. Click. almost done up here. Let's get the battery connected, and then we'll go down below and get the lines connected. Okay, with the exception of this battery cover, we are done up top. Moving on up. Okay, we're in the driver's side inner fender well, and first of the two hoses is going on. And that one's secure. Let's run the big long hose over and up to the power steering pump. Need to line the holes up here. Big channel locks to the rescue with some bendy action. Yep. Bend these tabs back here. Got this little grommet right here, so I had to bend these guys back and open this thing back up. But now that I have that grommet in place, put it back. Just like that. Flashlight. Drop your flashlights all day, every day. No, get back in there. There we go. That's a better fit. I like it. Alright. Let's get the male end of this hose up in position. Oh, by the way, there's a new O-ring on it. That goes up to the pump. But I'm first going to run this around and bolt it down. I'm a little off center here. Got to do that one by hand. There's no room for any power tools in there. Oh, no worries. I'll get it. No space for tools. Go in your home. You can't even get the ratchet up there. Dang. All right, now we're in business. Lost it. Got to keep changing hands due to some muscle fatigue. This repetitive stuff will wear you out quick. Oh, I didn't mention it's the next day. It's about 9:10 right now, and the guy's got to leave to go to the airport in 50 minutes, so I got to be done in about 30. I stayed late last night to make some progress, but I'm still pressed for time. Okay, let's move over a little bit. That one's installed. We've just got to get the fitting end connected to the bottom of the power steering pump. You can't really see. Okay, I'm reaching up with the left hand and I'm moving the hose around with the right just to try to find a low friction spot on the threads, and I think I got it threaded in. I've gotten 5 or 6 turns out of it so far, and I believe we're good. Okay, let's get a stubby wrench and apply some torque. Doo-doo-doo. Get the phone, doo-doo-doo. Okay, we got the stubby wrench going back in. Again, I apologize you can't see the actual fastener. I can barely see it with one eye. Click, it's on. Okay, now for the fun part. We gotta get the ones that go into the power steering rack themselves. All right, we're going in for the kill, but I've also got an added challenge of getting these old seals out of the power steering rack. That might be difficult. They appear to be rusted in there pretty good, and I don't really have a suitable tool. I'm just gonna try the screwdriver method. And I suppose I'll escalate from there if I have to. Ah, got one. Cool. Yeah. And the new seals are already on the lines. All right, reaching up with the left hand, trying to align these lines. Okay, this is feeling a little awkward now. They're not really lined up with each other. They were when I put them in, but they've seemed to come apart since then. So I'll have to get them reattached to each other and then line them up with the holes in the rack. All of this is one-handed and overhead, of course. And I'm also working with one eye because I can't see with both. There's just not enough space. Clock's ticking. Okay, I have the lines together now. Nope, I did. Now I don't. They came off again. Lines are back together now. And I just got to keep them together and then line them up with the holes in the rack. Come on, baby, get in there. Go on in. We're getting close. Close isn't gonna cut it. It's gotta be right on. And it's not. I'm trying to reach it from inside the wheel well now. Oh, no, you don't. came off. Let's start over, try again. Okay, I think they're lined up now. I'm gonna try to get the bolt into them. Into the, yeah, I'm gonna try to get the bolt into that plate that secures everything. If I can get that thread started, I can start applying some pressure to the plate and then align those lines as pressure gets applied. Plus, I've also managed to achieve a bit of security, because now the lines can't come out. Pick up the phone. I dropped my socket. Arrow. I see it, I can't get it. Alright guys, let's bring you around to this side. Got a kind of a better view over here. So I've got both of those lines lined up. I just need to start tightening down this plate here, and that will guide them into the holes on the rack. Simultaneously, I have to pry on it a little bit to maintain alignment so it doesn't go in sideways. Very sketchy. Yeah, see that? She's going. Oh. It's going. As long as it doesn't leak, we're gonna be in great shape here. Okay, I just took a look at it from the other side, from the view you guys just had, and it's looking pretty good from that angle. And right now those seals are being pressed into the holes on the power steering rack, and I need to change ratchets. Okay, got the longer flex head ratchet. Looking good, that plate's almost flush. We check again from the bottom. And it's close. Okay, see that other line in the back moving? That's it's finally getting pressed into its position. It's almost home. And as soon as that plate is flush, we're good. Got another 1/2 millimeter or so to go. And it is coming up on torque. It's getting pretty tight. Okay, I got it. It feels good. It's tight. I don't want to go any further. Let's fill it with fluid and check for leaks. Okay, time to bring this thing down. Oh, by the way, I did already put this little skid plate panel thing back on that we took off at the beginning of the video. Trailblazer coming down. See if I can do a high altitude refill without spilling. Ah, score. Now I'm gonna say it, not a drop. But we'll see when I stop the stream here. Oh, that was skills right there, guys. Absolute skills. I'm not one to float my boat, but that right there is awesome. Time for starting the engine. Lives. Slurped up all the fluid. Let's refill some more. Now the real question is can I do the same thing with the fan blowing? No way. Not gonna happen, but I'm gonna try it. And down below, we're not leaking. That's cool. Let's try to purge the air out of the power steering system. We'll just go lock to lock 2 or 3 times. I got to be cool today. My wrist does feel better, but I know if I bend it and try to put a load on it, it'll re-injure. I'm just trying to keep it as straight as possible. You know, I fear the jokes in the comment section over the wrist injury, because I've come to learn that you guys are just as sick as I am. Okay, let's check level. See what we got. A little bit of air in there still, but it's fairly fullish. I'm gonna throw the cap on and let this thing down. Click. All right, real quick clock reset, 9:32, and we're gonna go out and drive this around real quick just to make sure the steering feels good. And we're gonna get this thing back to this dude ahead of schedule. He is going to make it to the airport on time. For the record, I will issue my complaints now. This job really kind of sucked. Dealing with rust displeases me. I know you guys up north are probably rolling on the floor laughing at me right now because this was nothing compared to some of the stuff you guys see, and I would agree to that. But I live in Florida and I'm spoiled, and I don't have to deal with rust the same way you guys do. Okay, the steering is feeling good. I've gone through a couple loaded turns. By loaded, I mean the wheels are on the ground now, and it's actually operating the wheels with power steering rather than what I was doing in the shop with the wheels up and off the ground with no load. So all that being said, there's no dead spots in it or holes or noises, anything like that. We've already done a leak check, and I have seen no leaks. However, I am gonna swing this back around to the shop, bust out the garden hose, and try to rinse off all of that residual fluid that was spilled everywhere. And I know it's serving a purpose now because it's stopping the rust on the frame, but I don't want to have any more drips that could be mistaken as a leak that could cause a false comeback, because that kind of thing happens. So anyway, I'm gonna head back and finish this up and get it returned to the owner, because like I said, he's got to make it to the airport. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, the only thing I will ask of you is that you happy tap that thumbs up button. That's what lets the algorithm know that this content was enjoyable, and it will use that data to help send my content to other potential viewers. So again, if you did like this video, please tap that thumbs up button. If you did not like this video, let me know about that in the comment section down below. All that being said, once again, I'd like to thank everyone here for watching. And as always, I have to remind all of you to not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. Hop in the hood round 2, and let's make it shiny. Over here was the bulk of all the spillage. I'm just gonna hose this area down pretty heavily, and then I'll de-dust the rest of it. Uh-oh. Kink in my hose. And a little bit down under. Ew, gross. And of course, one fluid recheck real quick. And level is nearly perfect. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's right on point. We're good to go here. There. See you later, Trailblazer.